If you're an OG Minecraft player, then you might remember this tweet from Dinnerbone. It reads, "I do have an ultimate plan with Endermites, but it will wait. May also include Dragon Egg, but I haven't discussed this with the team yet." Now, to me this is fascinating for a number of reasons. Most importantly though, it's because these are the two things I always think of when I think useless Minecraft features. I have seen tons of videos talking about the Dragon Egg, how it's useless, and should be used to summon the Ender Dragon again. And the Endermite is, well, pretty much useless except for Enderman farms. Or is it? That's right, I'm here to tell you that the Endermite is the most important Minecraft mob, possibly. Allow me to explain. Most Minecraft theories agree that the Endermen were a pretty advanced civilization that evolved from chorus fruit and gained the ability to teleport using Ender Pearls. But when Endermen are killed, they drop an Ender Pearl that can be used once, and then it just kinda disappears. This implies that the Ender Pearls aren't really a part of the Enderman, more just something they have. But then, where do Ender Pearls even come from? Well, take a look at the word pearl for a second. Pearls usually come from a clam or a mollusk type animal with a soft inside and a very hard shell on the outside. Remind you of anything? Shulkers, maybe? Now, it's pretty commonly agreed that Ender Pearls are farmed from shulkers using end cities. I don't want to rip off anybody else's theory here, but let me give you a brief summary of all the Minecraft lore most people agree on as of right now. The Endermen are the heart of Minecraft as they are able to mine, take blocks from the world around them, and craft, create new structures in the world as well. But the End has limited resources, so they built a portal to get to the overworld. It may seem like a stretch to think they would be able to build something like that, but all portal technology in Minecraft is relatively simple. You just find a hard block, make a square of it, and activate it with something hot. So once in the overworld, the Endermen found ruined portals, which they used to get to the Nether. Once in the Nether, they began looking for the heated material they needed to build a portal back home to the End. And they found it in the form of blaze powder, which could be combined with their pearls to activate the portal. They quickly built nether fortresses to farm blazes, and then constructed their portal back to the End. Once back in the End, they began looking for another dimension. By following the basic portal formula of hard blocks and heat, they constructed their obsidian pillars and end crystals in an attempt to make another portal. However, this only ended up summoning the dragon, which traps them in the End again, except for a few stragglers left behind in the overworld and the Nether. Now, this all makes sense, except none of it has to do with the two elements Dinnerbone mentioned in his tweet, the Ender Dragon Egg and the Endermite. So, what were these two, now useless features intended to be used for? Well, I think it all goes back to the Ender Pearl, or should I say, Ender Egg. Look at the evidence here, folks. We have a ton of evidence saying that the Ender Pearl is actually a shulker egg. First of all, eggs and Ender Pearls are both handheld projectiles that can be stacked up to 16. Ender Pearls also have the same spawning mechanics as eggs, where with an egg you would have a chance of spawning a chicken by throwing it. It's the same way with Endermites when you throw a pearl. But so then, what happened to the eggs when the Enderman mixed it with blaze powder? The same thing that happens when you genetically modify an egg in real life. Say it with me, folks. Genetic mutation. So, what mob did the Endermites mutate into then? It would have to be a mob that spawns near the end portal and also resembles an Endermite. Yep, it's pretty obvious, given the evidence, that the silverfish is the mutated Endermite. And so, the Endermite, as the silverfish, seeped out into the overworld, infesting all the snow, and is still there today. So that basically sums up the entire Endermite family tree right there. Endermites are just shulker larvae, Ender Pearls are shulker eggs, and a silverfish are the weird mutated cousins. But then, where does the other egg, aka the Ender Dragon Egg, come in? Well, to figure this out, we have to look at where it comes from. The Ender Dragon Egg comes from the Ender Dragon, which comes from the sky. What would have made a lot more sense is if the Ender Dragon came from a portal, since Minecraft heat plus harsh objects always makes a portal. So the only explanation to where the Ender Dragon can come from is another portal that we can't see. This actually makes a lot of sense, since the human eye can only perceive 3 dimensions, length, depth, and width. It is entirely possible that there are things in Minecraft we just can't see. Take the people in the credits, for example. They talk about how to us they just look like lines on a screen. This implies that to them, they are more than just lines on a screen. So how and why does the player end up in this 4th dimension that the dragon is from, that we can't even see? Well, my current theory is that it has something to do with the light trap. For example, the common theory right now is that the Nether is underneath the overworld and that the End is an asteroid belt on top of it. Now, Minecraft devs have said in the past that this isn't what they were going for, but remember, Dinnerbone hadn't consulted the idea with the rest of the team, so what the other devs had said in terms of lore doesn't really matter to Dinnerbone's plan. So if Dinnerbone's plan confirms that the end is above the overworld, and the nether is underneath it, then the fourth dimension has to be either on top of the end or below the nether, and it's pretty obvious it's above the end. As we can see, when the dragon is resummoned, the dragon clearly comes from above the end. So, what's up there in that invisible portal? We don't really know yet. We do, however, know that whatever is up there probably has something to do with either the Ender Dragon Egg or the Endermite. We might finally get an answer to this soon, because more and more fans have been asking for an end update. But until then, the mystery of Dinnerbone's plan remains unsolved.